very weak bird that vomits. And vomiting in a kea in most parrots is not absolutely, but it's pretty pathognomonic for lead poisoning. It's a good indication. Or regurgitating, and the way it works is it actually affects the nerves that go to the stomach, and that's one of the ways, and it also damages the kidneys, and both those things cause vomiting. It can cause seizures in birds, lack of appetite, emaciation, and they drink and urinate a lot because of kidney damage. It can cause diarrhea, it can cause blood in the urate, so bird poo is made up of the fecal part and the white urate, and lead poisoning will cause blood in the urates. It causes ataxia or wobbliness, weakness and paralysis, and the anemia. They're all quite significant things. So when we get a bird come in, we just try and get a database of what's going on with it so we know how best to treat it. We get blood, we check the biochemistry to check the liver and kidney function. We look at the white blood cells and the red blood cells to work out what degree of anemia is going on. Usually they're vomiting, and we try and rehydrate them as quick as we can. We take x-rays because they may have lead still down in their stomach, and we can do something about that, but we've got to get them in a better condition before we can do that. We take x-rays of the digestive tract to look for lead. Right, so what we've got are these really sick birds, and they're always really dehydrated. So the first thing is to rehydrate them, because the treatment for lead poisoning is calcium EDTA, which you inject into the muscle of the bird. So you can't really give it to them until you've rehydrated them, because it's a little bit dangerous to their kidneys, and you've got these really sick birds that have probably got slightly damaged kidneys because of the lead anyway, and if you do it when they're dehydrated, it could be fatal. So then you've got the problem of trying to rehydrate a bird that's vomiting, so they really need intravenous fluids or subcutaneous fluids just under the skin. But at the same time, you really want to start the chelation as soon as possible, because some of these birds are near death. You know, once they start showing really bad signs of lead poisoning, sometimes they'll only survive at life for 48 hours until you do something. So you really, if you see one out in the wild, you really do need to grab them when you can, because you may not get another chance. A blood lead level of 0.2 milligrams per litre or above is considered worth treating, and when we treat them, we try and get them down below 0.05 milligrams per litre. Now our treatment, so we're rehydrating them, and we use sort of a balanced electrolyte mix, and when we're rehydrating them, we sort of, for the first day you give them 10% of their body weight in fluids, the next day 75, the next day 75, but then you can usually, by then you're into the chelation treatment, and we try and give them at least 70 to 100 mils per kilo per day while we're chelating them. And in a bird that's not vomiting, we'll often just crop tube them warm fluids with a touch of glucose in. And I do lots of things for my volunteers, because I'm actually really lucky at the Wildlife Hospital. I've got lots of people that have worked with carers and vet nurses, and if you put a little bit of butter on your crop tube, the carers much likely to put it in their mouth. Yeah. Just little things like that. Not that they're trying to vegans. Yeah. Sometimes when they come in, they might be seizuring. I've luckily never had, I suppose I had one that's nearly seizuring, but you're more just like they're usually near death with vomiting. So you can use Valium or midazolam, which are two drugs to stop the seizuring. And we use thiamine, a type of vitamin B, that just helps them get over the effects of the lead poisoning a bit easier, and helps them clear the lead, I think, a bit easier too. So the treatment for the lead poisoning is a chelating agent called calcium EDTA that binds with the lead, and then it can be excreted. And it's a 5-day course of injections, morning and night, with fluids with both sessions. And so we do keep the birds in smaller cages when they're being collated, because we've got to catch them and do things with them.
Is there an anti-vomiting drug?
Yeah, there is. We could try some I have used Metaclip in my vomiting here as well. Yeah. But then it's funny, as soon as you get them on the chelation treatment, as long as it stops really quickly. If you can see lead in the gut on the X-ray, then you can depends what size the piece is, but quite often it's little flecks. And then you can give them Metamucil, which is a human fibre product. But that's really quite dangerous when you give it, and you've got to be very careful they're not vomiting, because as a product it causes horrible inhalation pneumonias. So you've got to make sure they stop vomiting, and then you crop tube them a little bit. A couple of times a day in 10 minutes. Oh, is it? Oh, great, okay, right. So this is a quick talk. We try and keep our kids interested, give them ice blocks, things to destroy. Sometimes they sit there looking at you from the wrong side of the cage. And that was the first one I had, that I had in a big plastic cage in my bathroom, and it used to fly around and destroy logs that I brought down from up here. But they're actually really sick birds when they come in, and sometimes you can treat the lead poisoning, but you find they've got other underlying issues, just because the lead has dropped their immune systems so much, and I've had yeast overgrowths and capillaria infections, which are gut wounds. So yeah, thank you very much.